Ladies and gentlemen, this is the result. I'm going to try it again. These are the results from the SCW Tag Grand Prix Night 129, being held by Slam City Wrestling in front of 14,654 people at the Wells Fargo Arena. Mike and Cohen open the show, announcing that tonight is the start of the Grand Prix tournament. We will have Violence is Forever, the Kogar Brothers, Busta and the Brain, YD&P, Alex Price, and Jordan Oliver, your SCW Tag Team Champions, Santana and Ortiz, which Ace Austin will be filling in for Santana for the first night because he is unavailable. Fantastico Chico Blancos, Ultra War, which is Futuro, and Rugito, War Dogs, and the Liga Lucha. Rugito is out as well for a couple events, so he will be being filled in by a mystery person. But nevertheless, that is the field. 73 overall. Let's get into the show. Well, book matches around it, of course. And about that, had great wrestling and a decent interaction for the crowd. La Hydra, La Hija, and Lady Flammer defeated Thea Hill, Utami Hayashishita, and Vert Vixen, while La Hija pinned Thea Vale with the V-Trigger. Vert Vixen was the weak link, 29-81-66 for Vert Vixen, Hayashishita, and Hale. Flammer, Hia, and Hydra with a 52-74 and 53. Vert Vixen was handicapped to work through an injury. Next up, and about that, I had superb wrestling and great heat. The Kogar Brothers. That's right, the Kogar Brothers defeat Violence is Forever when Otis Kogar submitted Dominic Guarini. So the world champion, Atticus Kogar, has decided to put that mission on pause to go win the Tag Grand Prix with his brother Otis. 78-69 for Crew and Guarini, 64-78 for Kogars. Both teams are excellent teaming together. All right, next up we had Busta and the Brain, YD&P, and Alec Price defeated Ortiz and Ace Austin when Oliver pinned Ace with his clout cutter finish. 59-65, 72-68. The Burlettes were great on commentary. 60-74 out the gate. So we're through 2 of our first 4 matches here on night 1. All right, next up in an exceptional match, Gabe Kidd defeated Penta in 13:08 by pinfall with his sick kick. 64-60-73 for Gabe Kidd and Penta, 76-51. I think this is the last event for Penta. I just don't really have a lot of use for him, to be completely honest. We might get him on to night 2 just to get him burned out, but that's probably going to be it for Penta. Next up, we had about that it's superb wrestling and great heats where the Fantastico Chico Blancos defeated KJ Orso and Rikido when Loco pinned Orso with his frog splash. As I said, Futuro could not make it tonight, so Orso is filling in. This match was part of the 29 Grand Prix tournament, 61, 69, 64, and 69, with Fantasma and Gringo Loco showing excellent chemistry. 66, 49, and 70 up the gate. And I must mention that I did book all this out, looking at the availability form, knowing exactly who was available, knowing who wasn't, but nevertheless, it didn't matter. It still wasn't available. 70 overall was Futuro. Next up, we have the one called Manders defeating Gotch with his Dr. Bomb. 73-55-80, 79 and 67 for Manders and Gotch. Next up, we had Hype for the double main event, where Drew Parker and Mance Warner meet in a death match, followed by the Triple Crown Championship, where Ellie Park Jr. defends against Matt Tremont. 65 out the gate here. Next up, we have the War Dogs defeating the Liga Lucha in 13-15 when Charles Mason submitted Agua Blanc in the Grand Prix tournament. 71, 64, 67, 66 with a 76 overall. Next up, we had, with superb wrestling great heat, Mance Warner defeated Drew Parker in a death match. 67 and 73. Parker was slow to battle because of the broken jaw, but Warner benefited from having a hot new move. 70, 55, 75. And in the main event, in an exceptional match, L.A. Park Jr. defeats Matt Tremont in 14-28 with his corkscrew body block. It was designed to tell a specific story. L.A. Park Jr. makes defense number 7 of the Triple Crown Championship, 60 and 67 overall here. All right. Gonna finish it with a 75? 74. All right. This show increased our popularity in 12 regions. 7668864 for the regions we couldn't reach in Canada, Mexico, England, Japan, Europe, Oceanic region, and India. But until next time, this was the Tag Grand Prix Night 1 from Wells Fargo Arena. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great and glorious rest of your day.